Hey, what's up, bro?
How can I help you?
Oh no, I was just a little bit curious, listening to a little bit of your concept on veganism and all that stuff, and it's like a few things got me curious.
Okay.
Like, for instance, like one thing is, as you put it, we're all animals, right? We all want to live, right?
Um, yeah.
Yeah, and there's a clear definition between animals that strictly eat meat and not,
Okay. What's your point?
and there's the middle ground, the omnivores, which is also like us.
I know, but we don't have to eat meat, right? We don't have to eat meat. We could just be vegan and be perfectly healthy.
I want to say perfectly healthy, but healthy, yes, nonetheless.
Okay, so what's the problem? If we can be healthy as vegans, what's your problem? Why do you get to harm animals?
My problem isn't necessarily the concept of your preference on your dietary needs. It's the concept of pushing it to the point where you're basically telling everybody they need to do what you feel like you
No,
are
I'm
doing.
not. I'm not. When did I ever say you need to go vegan?
Oh, well, basically arguing the point of all the things.
Look, I'm just saying go vegan, right? It's just a thing. It's just I'm not forcing you. I'm not shoving down
Oh no, no,
rocket
no,
in your
no! You're
face.
right, but it's
What is
kind of
your
like
look, look,
it's kind of like this. It's kind of like the same concept of oh, I really don't want to get into like other.
guys? It seems like that was a complaint, not an argument, right? I know you guys don't want to go vegan. I knew that already before you said it, right? I'm looking for arguments against it, and so far nobody can actually justify harming animals.
Yo,
How old are you?
15.
Look, yeah, when I say go vegan, I'm not forcing you. You can't force somebody to go vegan. That makes no sense, right? Like nobody's forcing you. We're just saying, hey, you should go vegan. It's good. It's not bad. It's good.
Yo, what's up?
How old are you?
17.
Guys, you got to be 18 or older. You will not be up here if you're 17 or below. Hello? Hello? Thank you for tapping, guys. Let's get.
Hello?
Hi, how can I help you?
Hey, buddy. Hey, just want to ask you a couple things right now. I'm 37, so you say going vegan will make everybody better and you're not hurting animals. I'm not with the way the animals are treated so that we can eat them because it is cruel. It is messed up.
Look, your Wi-Fi is bad. We can't hear you, sir. Come back when your Wi-Fi is better. We really can't hear you. Nope, plants don't scream.
Hello?
Hi, what do you got?
Oh, how are you, mate? You alright?
Yeah. How old are you?
Me, 21.
Okay, what's your argument?
Why does everyone have to go vegan?
Guys, I'm not saying you have to. What I'm saying is we should, because it's harming less animals. It's not harming any animals intentionally. It's about caring about other people and other animals, being compassionate. That's all. What
Okay.
justifies harming animals to you?
Yeah, but that's what they're for. You know what I mean? Like they're meant to be food.
Why? They're made of the same stuff you're made of, the same meat. There's nothing about them that says we have to eat them.
Yeah, but then that's like so. Should we put all the lions down as well for they eat other animals. They prey on other animals. That's what just we do. We're all animals, aren't we? So
Right, but we are
they're
animals with choices. Right? We have stores, we have options. The lions don't. That's why
My
we
question is,
should.
do you know what the food web is, the food chain?
Yeah.
Do you understand what that is? So do you understand that in the animal kingdom, right, that animals have to kill each other in order to survive? If there is a surplus or an excess amount of animals, right, that could be a whole detriment to the whole survival of a whole ecosystem, right? So now let's say, right, there is, for instance, lions, yeah? Lions, right? Now if we have too many lions and not enough food to feed them lions, right, what the fuck is going to happen to all the other animals?
Look,
Do you see my point?
we're not even talking about lions. We're talking about the billions of cows and pigs and chickens that you guys slaughter for no reason. With the
well,
food
we don't
chain,
slaughter for no reason.
hold on, sir. Hold on.
They're
Hold on. Hold on.
okay. Yeah.
We don't have to harm animals to be part of the food chain. We can be vegan and still be part of the food chain. Why must you harm cows and pigs and chickens in factories? Why? There's no reason.
It's because we enjoy that food. End of the day, life is short.
But you enjoy the food, but guess what? You're killing somebody. You're harming somebody. You're making
I'm not
somebody
killing
suffer.
somebody because they're not humans. They're not humans, are they?
But they're sentient with
But then
consciousness.
I could say that about your.
Hold on. You're not letting me speak.
Yeah. No, my bad.
Animals, they are someone. They're not just objects. They're amazing.
Okay.
They're conscious. They're sentient. They're intelligent. They're loving. They're compassionate, just like we are. So what justifies killing them at all?
Don't you think the biggest honor in this world would be to be eaten?
No, I don't want to be eaten. That's ridiculous. I'll never want to be eaten.
No, I don't know what he's on about, man. But no, but look, if you look at it, if you want to be vegan, that's your choice. But at the end of the day, even being a
Look,
vegan,
I know it's my choice. I'm asking you about your choice.
being a vegan, yeah, but even being a vegan does a lot of harm. Like, if I'm right, is it soy and all that stuff, or is it tofu or something that kills a lot of bees and stuff like that? You're still harming.
These are ridiculous
Hold on,
talking
sorry.
points.
One way you look at it, whether you're vegan or whether you're not vegan, you're still harming something in the world. If that makes sense.
Well,
It's just the same thing as the other, like,
do you know what?
if you're driving a car.
Hold on, sir, please. What do you think?
Yes, my bad.
What do you think veganism means?
No, just not eating meat, not eating dairy, not eating any, just
But
plant-based
it
diets.
means, but it doesn't mean we're perfect. It doesn't mean we harm no animals, that no animals ever die. What it means is we want to practically minimize harm and suffering, reduce harm and suffering. And when it comes to eating plant-based foods, we're killing way less animals die in the process. But when it comes to meat eaters, you guys are killing 90 billion animals per year, plus most crops, right? You mentioned tofu. Most soy is grown for animal feed. So you're actually killing more land, you're killing more trees, and you're killing all those animals on top of it, right? Vegans have a 75% lower reduction in land usage and water usage and carbon emissions, and we're killing way fewer animals. And that's why
by scientific definition, isn't a plant also a living organism?
Yeah, of course.
Okay, so then aren't you contradicting yourself?
No, because plants are not sentient.
Okay, explain the difference, please.
Sentience is like the ability to emote, to feel, to think. That's sentience. Plants don't have that.
They can feel.
Oh, they don't have pain receptors, though. Plants don't have brains. They don't have nerve receptors.
They don't need pain receptors in order to feel. When you kill a plant, it is scientifically proven that it releases a toxin in the air which warns other plants, right, that there is a dangerous predator in the area. So technically speaking, doesn't that make it sentient?
No, it doesn't, because
isn't that a form of showing pain?
No, because look, my phone emits things. My phone emits toxins. My phone emits signals. It doesn't mean that it's
Yeah,
sentient,
but
right? It's
your
just it's
phone
just
is
a phone.
making man-made. Yeah, but your phone, our phones, everything what we're using now, all these signals you really activate, they're all man-made.
Look, you missed the
Stuff.
point.
So
You
the
missed
reason
the
when your
point.
phone battery's low
No,
and
you
your
missed the
phone
point, sir.
vibrates, that's all man-made. But the plants, what he's saying, the toxin release there, sentiments just the way. Now, if we're in danger, we'd be warning our loved ones and giving off that energy, that wave. That's all natural. Just the
Okay,
way you're
please,
saying about
please, sir, please,
animals.
please, hold on. Just
Mhm.
relax.
Yeah.
Plants are not sentient because they don't have brains to emote. They don't have nervous systems to feel. They don't have pain receptors, right? The reason why you feel pain is not because you send toxins, but because of the nerve endings in your body, right? That's what pain is. And you need a brain to process that pain. So plants do not feel pain, and there's no evidence that they do. In fact, there's evidence they don't. A study called Debunking the Myth of Plant Consciousness was done recently, and it debunks all these myths of plants being conscious. Yeah, they send signals, of course, but so does my phone. Just because you send signals does not mean you're sentient.
But
The,
yeah, but that's my point. It's just because you send signals. No, but when you're comparing plants to phones, you've contradicted yourself. Then now you've so
Why?
you're so you,
Why?
okay
What's the
okay. So
difference?
this is gonna go to my next point. So now you've put everything as a priority, meaning the way I'm doing myself. I personally think humans come before everything else, right? So humans, animals, whatever. So I believe we come first. So you're doing the same thing with plants and
I
your
agree,
the
sir.
technology.
I come before
So
you. Look, sir, I come before you. To me, I think I'm more important than you are. That doesn't mean I
yeah,
get to
of
harm
course,
you. It
you're
doesn't
gonna
mean I
think
get to
that.
harm you
That's
though,
fine.
right? Look, at the end of the day, you don't have to harm an animal. There's no good reason to. And by the way, even if plants were sentient, it's still better to go vegan because vegans kill way less plants than meat eaters do. So you're killing way more. So it would still be better to go vegan.
Yeah, but if I'm right, it wasn't there a study where you guys are killing over 1 billion bees per year,
What do you mean,
which
you guys? No, that's
well,
nonsense. There's no.
vegans, there's you're.
Give
I'm
the
not like I
source.
said, I'm not. I ain't got the
Give me the
facts to back it
source.
up,
Give the
but I believe
source.
it's
Where's your
soy
source of
and
that?
no, but like I said, I've seen it a lot everywhere. I think I seen one woman come onto the
Look.
beach.
I
Hold
know
on,
you've seen
hold on.
it. Look.
I think
Shh.
1 minute. There's
Please,
one. I
please,
remember,
please.
a woman.
Shh. Look. Bring your sources. Bring your evidence. Okay. There's a study called Field Deaths in Plain Agriculture, which mentions 7 billion, right? This is the typical number people give. Well, I'm sorry, but those are not intentional deaths, right? Vegans don't intend to harm any animals. And bees don't die because of vegans. The bees die because of mites, parasites, not because of vegans. The point here is vegans do not intend to harm any animals, and you do. You are intending to harm those animals, those cows. You're intending to eat their body parts, right? That's the problem. There's no good reason to harm an animal. Now, go ahead. Last chance. Bring it.
okay,
What?
okay.
Give a justification.
Now, okay, no. First of all, I wanted to challenge the topic of sources. Okay. Now, please explain to me how you can validate a source and how it is factually correct.
Sure, sources are based on methodologies. They're peer-reviewed. They're based on actual evidence and experiments. That's what a
Okay.
study is, right?
Now, can you answer me this? Did you personally, right, oversee any of that evidence? Did you
I don't
oversee
need
any
to.
of the
I don't need
trials?
to. Look, I don't need to. I don't need to
It's
oversee the
contradictory then.
experiment. Look,
How can you believe the
science,
source is real?
sir, please listen. Science
Mhm.
allows us to see the data that is displayed. Okay, that's what science allows us to
Okay.
see. The methodology is displayed for us. I don't need to do the experiment again. That's ridiculous. I can look at the data. I can look at the results, and I can
Okay.
see if other studies agree with it. Right? There's a consensus.
Now, please be mature about this and be logical now. We live in the 21st century, right? We live in 2024. You understand how powerful technology is. How can you openly tell
Sir,
me
what is
that
your
you are going
point?
to
What's your
believe
point?
sources? My point is, okay, look. You're trying to bring up sources, right?
I think.
My
Hold
point
on.
is,
I think our point is simple. Our point is you tell people to go vegan because you guys are doing better for the planet, for the animals, but you're still doing as much harm as, if you want to call us, say we're doing harms as
No,
we
we're
are.
not. No, we're
Right?
not.
End of the day,
No, we're
right?
not. No, look,
Humans.
here's a study. Here's a
What?
study called
And
Vegan Vegetarians. Hold on. Let me give you a source. Vegans, vegetarians, and meat eaters in the UK showed discrepant environmental impacts. This study was peer-reviewed by Oxford University, which demonstrates vegans cause 75% less deforestation, 75% less carbon dioxide emissions, 54% less water usage. Okay? We're doing way better for the environment. This is mathematically true, right? This is statistically true. Where's your source? Where's your counter source? Oh, you don't have one.
look, it's like arguing with a brick wall. To be totally honest with you, it's like arguing with a brick wall. You still
Yeah, brick
cannot
wall.
tell me how. No, but it is though, because you still can't tell me how that source is valid. How do you know
Because it's called
factually?
statistics. It's called data, right? We
Okay,
observe farms. That
have
study
you
looked
never
at.
heard
Hold
of
on, let me
have you
explain.
never heard of a word called
Let me explain, sir.
propaganda?
Sir, let me explain. The study observed farms across the world, agriculture systems, farms, and it mathematically counted how much produce is being made, how many trees and plants it required, how many crops it took. It took account all that, the water usage. That's how statistics works. It's called data. It's called science. That's what was done.
yeah, but
That's why the study is a very valid study.
a lot of people eat meat because it's good for you as well.
No, it's not. That's actually not
Why
true.
is it not? Why is it not good for you? Why?
It
How is it
raises
not
the
good
risk
for
of
you?
heart attack, stroke, diabetes, arthritis.
Anything could risk you of a heart attack, diabetes,
No,
if you
not at
don't
all.
control
Not
yourself.
plant-based foods. Plant-based foods are
If
way
you don't
better
have
for you.
everything in moderation, of course it will. You can have a ton of fruit. It will still spike your blood sugar levels if you have a way obsessive amount.
Yeah, but the problem is that even eating a little bit of meat per day raises your risk of disease by like 10, 20%. Eating meat is never good for you. Plant-based diets are shown, like the
But
Adventist Health
how
study. We have
and
multiple
plant-based
studies that
diets are
show
full
that
of
vegan diets
chemicals.
are way better for you in overall health.
Well, the studies haven't been long enough for you to even make that into a comparison, right?
Yes, it
That's
has.
one, because a
Sir,
lot of people
we
have
have
been eating
tons of studies.
meat-based
I can,
diets way
sir,
longer,
we have, look, sir, all you've done
way
today,
longer than vegan.
sir, all you've done today, it was dismiss every one of my sources and say, no, that can't be. You brought zero sources to the table, right? Who is winning this debate when you have zero sources? I gave you 4 sources already, and you're just dismissing everything I'm saying. Give an argument. Don't just give emotions, right? Give an argument, right? Give evidence, give data. You're just saying, nuh-uh.
Well, look. I'm going to leave you there because since you keep muting me, so many times. So you have a good day. You can bring someone else up, but
Okay,
I'm going to leave it.
have a good day. Come back with data next time, right? Then we can debate. There's no reason to harm an animal at all. Hi, how can I help you?
Hey, why are all the apex predators all carnivores? If meat's so bad,
Why does that matter?
I mean, just statistically looking at you, I mean, you're a total bitch and you couldn't do anything about it. I'm a meat eater and I could punk you, fuck nigga.
Okay, so you're going to be insulting. So you're going to rape and harm animals, and then you're going to insult people. I wonder why you harm
Yep.
animals. Because you're a very hateful person, right?
No, I just
And
know I'm
I
more
understand
man
that.
than you. I'm just more man than you.
Yeah, this is why you think that you're superior to me, right? So people say, "Oh, vegans are superior." No, you think you're superior, right? I eat meat. Aha, I'm big. I'm strong. Well, you can be very strong as a vegan. You can be very healthy as a vegan. Hopefully, your arteries don't burst and you don't have a heart attack or stroke. That was not an argument, right? That's just ad hominem. It's not an argument.
How's it going?
Great. How can
Well, PETA. Let's talk about PETA. And I'm sure you're aware of PETA, correct, Mike? And thank you for allowing me to speak. I appreciate you, bud. Growing fruits and vegetables require a mass use of pesticides to kill millions of birds and other animals. You're aware of that, right?
No, that's not true. There's no evidence that pesticides kill billions and billions of animals for vegans. But more importantly, what is true though is that most pesticides are used for meat eaters because most crops are grown for meat. 75% of crops on the planet are grown for animals, not for humans.
I appreciate you, Mike, but you said you wanted proof that comes directly from PETA. That doesn't come from another source. It comes from PETA. So how can you deny that?
PETA is not a source.
What's not? What is it?
It's an organization, not a source.
Are you a source?
No.
Okay, so anything that you say can be contradictory to.
Well, I can give you sources. I can give you many sources if you want me to, right? But by the way, PETA has nothing to do with veganism, right? And by the way, animals dying in crop fields has nothing to do with veganism. Veganism doesn't mean that no animals die. Do you know that?
Oh, no. When we harvest the crops, we kill millions and millions.
I understand that, sir. But do you know what veganism means?
Well, yeah, you don't eat anything meat based. You do not eat. You
Right.
plant based.
Right. But it doesn't mean that no animals ever die for vegans. That's nonsense, right? Of course, animals would die in the process of producing crops.
More do per harvesting than we do eating. I mean,
No, that's incorrect. That's incorrect.
The state of California, that in itself provides more fruit and vegetables to the world than any other place in the world. I'm sure you know that as well, correct?
Yeah, the problem with that is that most crops in the world are not grown for humans, they're grown for animals. So you're using way more pesticides, you're killing way more, destroying more land, you're using way more water than any vegan is. That's the problem. It's not just the environmental impacts, which you're causing more of, but it's also the animals. You are intentionally harming animals. I'm not. You are going out there trying to kill pigs, stuffing animals in gas chambers. You're raping these poor cows. Why? What justifies this? What justifies stuffing these animals in factories?
Well, Mike, that's a bit far. I mean, to state that we're raping cows, we're not raping cows.
Yes, you are. Yes, you are. You're forcing them to be impregnated so that you can get their milk. That's rape.
Well, humans do that too with artificial insemination, right? I mean, so what would you call that?
It's not against their will, which is what you're forcing them. You're forcing these poor cows against their consent to forcibly impregnate them. They don't want that. So let them be. They're just sentient beings like we are. We don't have to harm them.
You seem like an intelligent person when it comes to these few issues. But how would you feel? I mean, wouldn't you? And you have a great profile here, and I appreciate you. I do watch you.
Can you just get to your argument? Thank you. Can you get to your argument now?
Sure. Why don't you? Well, don't be rude, but why don't you stick to human trafficking and human suffering other than animals? I mean, aren't we? Shouldn't we be first? I mean, I understand where you're going in veganism, and if that's
Yes, I'm against human trafficking, but guess what? It is way more easier for us to change our diets. It is not easy for me to go out there and stop human trafficking. It is very easy for you to simply stop consuming animal products. It takes a day. How do we stop human trafficking? How do I do that? Right? Oh, picket fence, don't do it. Don't do it. Is that going to help anybody? Don't do it.
No, because you come
That
from.
doesn't make sense.
I don't
But
know.
veganism is about making decisions that you can easily and practically make.
I don't know you, Mike, but we come from different worlds. Yes, you can make a difference. I mean, everybody can make a difference, right? I mean, Edison made a difference.
I know.
Was a person, so don't tell me one person.
I know, but these are issues that are so accessible to us to change, right? That's the point.
Well, I appreciate you, Mike. Thank you for letting me on your show, and I look forward to talking to you again, buddy.
Thank you.
Hey, Mike.
Hi, how
Did I hear you say, maybe I didn't hear you correctly, but I want to know if you said that animals have a conscience?
Yes.
Where is that proven at?
Yeah, so there's many behavioral studies on animals. We can test their behaviors. We can see that they feel pain. We see that they can get anxious. They can get depression. They can think. They can dream. We can study
So
their brains. We can study their
animals,
behaviors.
so you say animals have a conscience, they can reason and they can think.
Yes, to a degree, yes.
What do you mean to a degree? What do you mean by to a
Well,
degree?
they can't reason like we can, clearly, but neither can a baby, right? The point is that animals are still conscious. They're still
But
sentient.
baby, as they grow, have the opportunity. They have the ability to do that as they grow. But animals
I know.
can't. Okay. So, so you're saying, well, okay. Let me ask you this question. Maybe I rephrase this. Do you believe that animals have a soul?
Nobody has a soul to me, not even
Okay.
humans.
Okay, not even humans. Okay. So what makes you say that a animal has a conscience and can reason and can I know animal feels pain because yes, they have nerves and all that. I mean, sure they have that and they have things too that they can do because of, what they have been made to be, and that's animals. But you're saying that and then you said that animals you gave personhood to animals.
No, I never said they're people. I said they're animals with consciousness.
Okay, can you send me several sources that animals have the same type of consciousness as human beings?
I never said they had the same consciousness, but they have consciousness. But yes, I can definitely give you some studies, and I
Okay,
would
what do
suggest you go
okay
learn
okay
yourself.
okay
Okay?
we're having a good conversation, so maybe I should have asked you before I asked the question, so I think that's a good way. What is your
Yeah. Next. Sorry.
Hello?
Hi, how can I help you?
Alright, so you said that God is imaginary, right?
Yeah. How old are you?
I'm 19. But you posted on your Mike's Evil Twin account that you're Christian and that like you're a God-fearing man. So what do you mean God is imaginary?
It's
Like,
satire, sir. It's satire. All right. Let's get somebody else up here. Let's see what they got.
How's it going?
Hi. Help you.
Hey, so the go vegan thing. Why do you say go vegan?
Oh, because I don't want to harm animals. I don't have to be harmed.
But veganism harms animals.
No, it doesn't. Veganism is an ethical stance. It's not a person. But
Wait. But like the action of like being vegan involves like harming animals during the process.
well, what do you think veganism means?
Well, I mean, to eat in a way that vegans eat, right?
No. What is the ethical proposition that vegans are positing? What are we saying?
It sounds like you're saying like eat without harming the least amount of animals you can.
Well, yeah, that's one way to say it.
Because
It's
well,
also
because it's not
it's about being,
there's no vegan out there saying that don't hurt any animals because all of veganism encompasses hurting some animal, whether it's like
no veganism means
small, large.
veganism means we don't want to intend to harm animals, and we practically do what we can to reduce suffering and minimize
Well,
harm.
I don't want to intend. Well, I don't want to intend to either. Intentions really don't
Great.
mean
So
much.
then go vegan. So then why are you not vegan?
Well, because again, veganism involves harming animals, just like my bacon does. So I can't find. I mean,
No,
all you're asking me to do is
that's
harm less
incorrect.
animals.
No, sir, please. I know you want to come up here and try to get the vegan and try to. It's not going to work, right? You're
No, but
misunderstanding.
let me get to the point. I guess my argument is this: veganism.
Stop. I know your argument. You're saying you kill animals too. I understand that. But
No.
the difference is that vegans don't intend to harm animals. Number one, when I go to the store, when I buy a carrot, I don't intend to kill a dog or a cow, right? But you do.
But it's the same for me.
Hold on. Just let me speak, sir. Let me speak. I'm trying to explain to you what it means to be vegan. You are intending to harm a pig, I'm not intending to harm any animals. Also, in the process of producing crops, we know that animals are dying. We know that, but we can't stop that. Number one. Number two, it's justified for farmers to produce crops. If they don't, we die. Okay? So just because some animals die in crop fields for veganic food, that's acceptable to us. We have to eat something to survive. Also, you're killing way more crops and you're killing way more animals for that, let alone the animals you slaughter. So the point is, we're minimizing harm. You're maximizing harm for some reason. What justifies your maximization of suffering and death to the animal?
Right. So this is, again, I know all of that, which is why I just tried, before you kept muting me, I tried to like say the problem that people don't respect vegans is that ultimately vegans don't realize that their philosophical argument is just moral relativism. You're saying because
No,
I
it's
cause
not.
less harm than what you.
No, that's
It
not
is
what
the
it,
sir.
that's
Hold on,
that's
wait,
not
wait,
what
please.
it
I let
means.
you. Hold on. I
No,
let
that's
you
not
get
what
you
it
through your
means.
whole.
That's not what it means.
Definitionally, it
You're
is though.
wrong. That's
But
not what it
wait,
means.
I can. Let's bring up the definition right now and talk about it because it is.
It's not just a
You what?
minimization.
Okay, well then let me tell you why it is. I can tell you why
No,
because you
no,
just
sir,
stated.
sir,
Why do
please
you
stop.
keep cutting me off when I? Okay, I'll just.
Because you're not listening to me, right?
I
You're not
listened
listening to
to
me.
every
No,
word
no,
you
no,
just
no,
said.
please, just stop. Shh, quiet, right?
I was
Look,
quiet and I listened.
the vegan definition is not just to minimize, right? It's to do what's practical. It's to not intend to harm anybody. That's what it means to be vegan. So under this definition, where's the hypocrisy here? Where's the problem with
Do you,
vegans when we don't claim to be perfect?
no, and I'm trying to help you out, and I'm
No,
trying to.
no, no. Look. What justifies
Okay,
your actions of harming animals that
Uh,
don't
uh,
need to be
I
harmed?
listen to me. I'm trying to help you understand what you just said. Your whole notion of do less harm. We as vegans, we intend to do. We know that we can't stop an animal from dying, but the idea is the least amount is the best amount, is what you're saying, and I know that.
No, it's
But what I'm
not.
saying
That's
is,
wrong. You didn't listen to what I just told you. I never said the
you
less
didn't.
is
So
the
you
best.
didn't. Hold on. You wait, but you didn't.
Sir, please listen this time. You're just yapping. Listen to me.
Yapping.
It's not just to minimize. It's not just, oh, I do less than you, I
Say
win.
just.
That's not veganism.
Say just. You
Veganism is a mentality. It's a way of thinking. It's a philosophy
to
about
gaslight me
animal
and not.
welfare. Sir, please listen. It's a mentality. Hey, I don't want to harm an animal intentionally. I don't intend to view animals as products. I intend to do the least harm I have to. It's not
I know.
about being perfect. It's about doing the least,
I didn't say
also
it was.
intending, but also having the mentality of not intending to
I
harm them.
know. That's what I said.
Whereas no, it's not. You are intending to harm animals. I'm not
I
intending to harm
know.
animals.
I agree with
So then
you.
what?
I'm trying to.
No, you're not agreeing with me. You're not listening to me, right? What you're saying,
You
please,
said.
sir, please stop and listen to me. You are intentionally harming animals. I'm not at all. I'm not harming any animals intentionally. Zero. You are. That's a difference. That's a big difference there. So again, what justifies intentionally harming animals in your view? Why do you stuff animals in gas chambers? Why do you rape cows? Why do you harm them? Why? What justifies that intentional action?
Mike, listen to me. There is no justification for it. I'm trying. Listen to me. I'm
So
begging you.
then you just
Oh,
conceded the debate.
God.
Then you just conceded that
Wait,
you have no
Mike.
good argument.
I know, but is this the shallow win you want? Can you
Okay,
just
there
let me
you
speak to
go.
you for 30 seconds?
So then if you agree you have no justification, then you have no argument against veganism.
So that if I don't, then why won't you let me speak to you? Like I've given you the respect to speak to me.
Give an actual argument.
But I'm trying to, and every time I do, you stop me from talking and pretend that I'm not giving an argument.
Just give the argument.
I have been. What I'm saying is when you say the words, we don't intend to kill. We know that we can't stop us from killing maybe one animal. But vegans as a whole are doing our best to not kill animals. And you're saying that is morally better than me, because me as a chicken wing eater, I'm going out to do the most harm. I'm trying to intend pain and suffering on animals. And
you're
I'm
intending
saying
harm.
I
Yes.
agree. So, and what I'm trying to
Okay,
tell you,
great.
that
So
is
then
the
what
wait.
justifies the other actions? What justifies harming animals?
I am not here to give you what I'm trying to tell you
Okay, great.
is
Then
that
go away. Then go away. Look. If you don't have a justification, then go away. Because you just conceded that you don't have a
moral.
right to do that.
I know, but this is really sad when I'm trying to like agree with you and you're being rude to me for.
Look, you're just yapping. At this point, you don't have an argument. You're straw manning veganism. You don't really know what it means, and then you're saying, "Oh, look, you kill animals, so why can't I do it too?" It's actually not a dichotomy. It's your dichotomy. In actuality, he is intentionally harming animals. Vegans are not. We're not harming any animals intentionally. And if you want to really take a look, the numbers of crops that are killed for vegans, it's way less for meat eaters. So both ways, you have no argument, right? But again, I understand where you guys are coming from. You want to just defeat the vegan and kill me, right? Because I'm the bad guy here. Just listen. You are harming animals for no reason.
So, I have a question for you. What is your intention of doing these lives? Are you trying to get people to go vegan?
Of course. Why would I be here if I didn't
Okay,
intend
so
to
my
help
next
other people
question is,
and animals?
are you pro-life or pro-choice?
That's a false dichotomy, right? There's no such thing as pro-life or pro-choice.
Okay, do
I
you
care about people's
support
bodily rights. That's it. Now,
so
what's
do
your
you
argument?
support do you,
Ma'am, what is your argument against veganism?
my argument is you are trying to convert people to veganism while simultaneously probably believing that um
Hello? Hello? We can't hear you. Guys, abortion is not remotely analogous to veganism. I know this is what she's going to say. Oh, you think it's okay to kill babies. I don't. Abortion is not analogous to veganism because abortion has to do with legality, right? Legality has to do with your bodily rights, nothing to do with morality necessarily. Please follow and engage in the actual topic, right? Veganism, not abortion. No, I don't support unaliving babies. That's nonsense, right? This is such a straw man of what it means to be pro-choice. You're straw manning it. Hey, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
What's your argument?
Um, I'm wondering where you get evolution. Well, I'm wondering where you're saying evolution is fact. Where are you evolving from?
Okay, so first of all, we can barely hear you.
I'm
But
sorry.
evolution is a fact because we can observe genetic changes in our DNA. We can see the chromosomal fusions. We can see the homologous structures in the geological strata over time. We can date fossils. We can see the progression of species. Evolution is evidenced by tons of lab evidence, like Robert Linsky's E. coli experiment, the fossil record in our DNA itself.
So are you saying we evolved from monkeys or apes? Is that your argument?
Now, there's no such thing as evolving from. This isn't Pokemon, right? Where you evolve from Charmander to Charizard. Evolution is a gradual process that's always happening, and our ancestors were other apes. We are apes today still, but our ancestors were different types of apes, different types of human apes, different types of other apes, like chimp ancestors. And that's what evolution describes. This is a fact. Evolution happens. It's not just a theory; it's a fact.
So how? Okay. So explain to me the first people on Earth. Who are the first
There were
people?
no first people. There were no first people. There's no such thing as Adam and Eve. It's nonsense.
Okay. So if we evolved from apes, why are there still apes and monkeys?
Because evolution's a tree. There's different types of apes and pathways which these other apes can evolve, right? We have one branch. We're just one branch on the tree. There's other branches. We're not the only one. Now, do you have an argument or just questions?
That was my question. Then why don't we
Have a
have it?
good day. Have a good day. Hi, how can I help you?
Why don't you believe God exists?
How old are you?
13.
All right, next victim. Keep tapping and please subscribe. Thank you.
All right, hello.
How old are you?
I'm 18.
What year were you born?
2005.
Okay, and what do you got?
So why do you think we should go vegan?
Because I don't want to harm animals that I don't have to.
That's usually how the way we've survived for the past hundreds of years is eating meat. So why would we stop? That would probably slow progression. It'd make us skinnier, make us weaker.
No, there's no evidence of that. You can be very
Have you
strong
seen
as a
vegan
vegan.
teacher?
You can be a vegan bodybuilder.
That's fair, I guess. Yeah, but I think overall, meat is what helps us survive more. It gets us better. Evolutionize more than we already have.
No, that's nonsense. We don't need meat anymore. We can be
Mm.
perfectly healthy as vegans. We don't need to eat meat anymore at all. It's not necessary. It's harmful. It's toxic. It's deadly.
Deadly?
Yeah, you're killing 90 billion animals per year in factories. That's a lot of suffering and death.
And a lot more get born. It's not like
No,
the
that's
death
not true
rate.
at all. We force these animals to be bred into existence in factories. They don't come from the wild. We don't take
Well,
wild
they're still
animals from the
being
wild
born.
and eat them. We're breeding them into existence. They're factory, like we treat them like factory objects. No, they're not. There's no assembly. There should not be an assembly line for people for anybody. Let them be.
When you think about that, these things are just animals. You gotta think they don't have our human intelligence. They don't have the conscience that we do. They don't know any better.
They do. They
How
do.
so?
Cows are capable of intelligence and consciousness and awareness, just like we are. They
Yeah.
understand what's happening. They cry. They mourn after they're dead. They cry for their babies. They get depressed. They get anxious. They get nervous, just like we do. They don't want to be harmed. They know what's happening. You're causing so much unnecessary harm.
By that logic, if I were to go to a cow and try to speak to it, could it speak back to me?
Well, neither can a human baby. Can you talk to a human baby in English? No.
They can learn English. Cows can't.
Okay, well, what if there's a disabled person who can never learn language? Should we kill that person?
Personally, in my genuine opinion, if they cannot function a single thing to society, honestly, yeah.
Wow.
It seems
Wow.
immoral, but
So
yeah,
you think we should just murder every disabled person? Wow.
No, not every disabled person. I think what I mean is if they cannot do anything to society, we shouldn't be spending money to keep these things alive. They're not like
Wow. So
they
you're,
can't
so
do
you're going
much.
to dehumanize people. Wow, that's disgusting.
Not dehumanize, but
Have a
consider
good day, sir. I look, if you're Jeffrey Dahmer, I can't debate you, right? Like, I'm not going to win a debate against Jeffrey Dahmer, right? Like, hey, go vegan, Jeffrey. He has like a human baby leg in his arm. No, like, I'm not going to win against that. Unfortunately, people like this are very, very crazy, right? They're very unempathetic. They have no sympathy. They have no morals.
I wanted to ask something. So I've been like really considering going vegan, right? And I go to like the vegan section in my supermarket and stuff. But I really don't, it's like now it's for me, it's like difficult to, I mean, transition over to that, you know?
Okay, yeah, go learn. Like, unfortunately, this is a debate stage. This is not a Q&A. But all I can say
Oh,
is,
got you. Okay.
yeah, learn about different types of foods, learn how to prep meals, right? There's lots of resources you can use to learn about vegan diets.
What's up, man?
Hi, how can I help you?
I'm just here on the caption. So what are we talking about? God being imaginary or the vegan or both?
Whatever your best argument is.
Okay. So where are you coming from with the God being imaginary? First of all, define God being imaginary.
God, when I say God, I mean the general supreme being, that cares about us. That God, it seems to be unevidenced. There's no reason or evidence for its existence.
Like the Christian God and everything.
Yeah, typically theistic gods, yeah.
Okay. I'm not here to like do like a long-winded. I just had a point just to throw out there just to consider. Um for example, when somebody says something is imaginary or fake or not true, um it's from a place of knowledge. You know what I mean? So if I tell you that, okay, there are flying kangaroos in Australia, you know what I mean? That's something you can base off of real knowledge to say that that is not just implausible, it's not fact. And I
Right,
can
right.
show it. So when you say something as broad as a be all end all
Look,
infinite being,
when I say it's God's imaginary, what I mean is there's no good evidence for it. But there are certain gods, like the Christian God, I would argue, are impossible because they entail logical inconsistencies. Look at the omni paradoxes, the problem of evil, divine hiddenness. I think these are issues, these are inconsistencies that utterly debunk and disprove the Christian God.
okay, gotcha. Okay, I got you. So give me one of the fallacies.
Does God get everything it desires?
Does God get everything it desires? My answer is God does not desire, or that does he need, he does not need to desire anything to be God. He's just God by himself. He does not desire.
God doesn't desire me to get to heaven?
No.
Okay,
I'm
so
sure you
God
I'm sure
doesn't
you're
have.
shocked,
So
but that's
God,
still
are you
something you know.
Christian?
No, I believe in God, but I'm not a Christian.
Which
I'm
okay,
sure that's the
great.
first
So
time you've
so
heard
what kind of God do you believe in?
God in general. There, you see, you don't have to be,
What do you
for
mean? What do you
example,
mean? Look. What do you mean by God?
God is for me is like the foundational principle of causality, like from a certain point to a certain point, like the beginning, right? So you don't necessarily have to subscribe to being a Muslim or a Christian to kind of understand that
Okay,
principle.
well, you're now arguing for deism, which I would say it's a different story. But again, when you say beginning, there doesn't have to be a beginning to the universe. So I think you're assuming something that doesn't have to exist.
Well, it's okay. Maybe that's relativity. But the question is, does God have a desire, particularly for you to go to heaven? And my answer is that does not necessarily. If He does or
Okay,
doesn't,
great. Okay, great. Then I can't debunk that kind of God, right?
right,
That's aimed for the Christian God, right?
right,
If you're a deist, well, that's harder to debunk. I mean, unless you're
gotcha,
making specific claims about it,
gotcha. I
I
see
can't
what you
debunk
mean.
that. I could
Right,
just say there's no evidence for it, and that's all I can say. I just don't believe in it. That's all. It's not that hard.
gotcha. Yeah, well, I guess in that case, if we're not going to be describing like a specific god, like a Thor or a Zeus or
Okay, thank you. Okay, appreciate you being. Hey, how can I help you?
Yo, what up, man?
How old are you?
My bad. Can you hear me?
Yeah. How old are you?
Hold up. Matter of fact, let me cancel off this and then let me back in.
People are saying debate infinity. Let me see if this guy up here is going to come back, and then I'll get to infinity because people are demanding that this guy Darwin rules. Oh, Darwin rules. All right, he's not here, so
Yo, do you hear me?
yeah. How old are you?
19.
Okay, what's your argument?
Yeah, so I'm gonna be targeting the prime that God is imaginary. You fine with that?
Okay.
Yeah, so my evidence for God is that before I went to sleep, I told him to make me picture Goku in my dream if he's real, and then I had a dream about.
Well, that was a waste of time. Hey, how can I help you? Hello?
Hello?
Hi.
Okay. A question. Now, as far as evolution, what would you say would you agree that the result or the primary goal of evolution is just to get for survival, getting genes into the next generation? Or I forgot the author, but evolution is more concerned with the three F's: feeding, fighting, and sexual reproduction. Would you agree with that?
Yeah, I guess.
Okay, so let me ask you this. If hypothetically, or not hypothetically, say we found there was much reason that for the best way to survival, the best way for our genes getting to next generation is through eating meat. Would that be morally permissible? If the best outcome, the best possible
No,
outcome,
it's
or the best you
no. It's first of all, it's not true. Second of all, even if it was true, no. Just because it's healthy doesn't mean it's morally right.
Well, how is morally right? What determines moral justification? How do we know objectively what's morally right? How do we know we're obligated to?
That's a big debate topic. I mean, to me, my meta ethics is along the lines of consequentialism. You know, looking at the
Yeah.
consequences of our actions, doing what within the range of what's practical, what's possible to help other people, yet remain healthy and alive.
Okay. So what if so I'm asking you, if the best utility, or type, I don't know if you're utilitarian or consequentialist. I guess you're saying the best utility or the most pleasure or the most possible good that would help them would be from eating meat. Say for
Yeah,
that, for example.
that's hedonism. That's the different story. I'm not a hedonist.
Okay, okay. So how would you define your ethic?
I would say again, whatever the best consequence is, that is also taking into account the consequence of my actions and any negative effects of that. Right? If I have to harm an animal, and when I can eat something plant based and still be healthy, I'm not going to harm an animal. Right?
Okay, but I'm saying in a world that we do have to eat meat in order to be the best consequences. Does that justify eating
We
meat if
don't
it's the
have to
best
eat meat.
consequence?
We don't have to eat meat. If there's no need to eat meat, I'm not going to do it.
I'm asking you if there is a reason for survival purposes, for the best
Yeah,
consequences.
look, if we're on an island and I have to eat meat, I'm going to eat the meat, of course. But we're not in an island. We're chilling on our houses. We're not on an
So,
island.
so the veganism is a sliding scale. It depends on what. It's not really a moral. It's not. There's no objective moral reason to be vegan. It's just, hey, this is my preference. This is what I
No,
think is the best.
veganism is about reducing and minimizing harm as much as practically possible in regards to animal welfare. You know, that's all it means. It doesn't mean that we don't have to eat meat at all. I don't see your point here.
No, my point is that there's no moral obligation to not eat meat. If there's
You're
no,
harming an animal. Look, you're
but
harming and
why am I
causing
obligated? Why
suffering
am I
to an
obligated
animal.
not to? Why am I not obligated to? Who says
Look,
who?
look. Do you think it's okay to harm a person?
No,
Why not?
depends on the context.
Why? Okay.
If he's raping somebody, yes.
Okay. What if I like the way your body tastes? Can I eat you?
No,
Why not?
because I have a moral justification because I'm made in the image of God.
Oh, okay. So
So
your
you have
entire
you
ethics
have to have
relies on the fact that
you
you're
have to
made in
have
the image of God.
yes, you have to have objective claim
Okay, where does God say that you have to eat animal? That you have to eat an animal?
In Acts, when he said, "Go kill and eat, for everything I made is good." When he talks to
Oh,
Peter.
everything you made. So you don't have to kill an animal. You just said go eat. You didn't say you have to kill an animal.
If you know the context, fish. He was talking about shrimp, everything, meat, whatever.
But
He
he
said,
never said you
but
have to kill fish. He never said you have to kill those things, did he?
Yeah, he did. When we talking about Jesus ate fish.
Where?
Jesus
What
ate
verse?
meat.
What verse says we have to kill animals?
By the definition that they have to eat. They eat meat.
I know they have to eat, sir, but they can eat plant-based, right? Did you know that there are
Why?
many?
Why? Why? Why am I obligated to?
Because you don't. Because there's a better way of living. Look, by your own
Why
ethics.
am I obligated to live that way?
Because it's your ethics. It's according to your ethics.
It
Look,
feels like you have faith. You're just making faith claims. You don't have to give me
no.
justification.
Look, sir. My ethics is irrelevant. I'm gauging your ethics. Your ethics to you. You just said it's wrong to eat a person for food,
Yes.
even though God said everything's for you to eat. Well, can we eat people?
Not. He didn't say human beings.
Okay, great. So why do we get to kill animals but not people? What justifies that?
Because we are made in the image of God. Read back to Genesis when Noah. He says,
Right.
if you
I
hurt
know.
somebody
But
once
look,
and then
but look, sir, please. First of all, there is no fucking God. But if there was, who cares? I'll just
that's
do
what
this
I'm
for
trying to
you.
prove it. Okay, there's no God. Prove that. Prove it. You made a claim. Prove it.
Okay. Is God? Does God get everything it desires?
No, he doesn't. He doesn't desire. He doesn't desire for you to be saved. He doesn't desire everybody to go to heaven. If that's what you're trying to say.
No, He doesn't
No.
desire us to get to heaven.
No, not everybody.
So, but wouldn't that is your God loving?
How define love? How do you define love? How do you know
By
what
your
love is?
definition, sir. By your definition,
No,
is
no,
God
no.
loving?
You made the claim. You made the claim. Don't try to put the burden of proof on me. You said there is no God.
Sir, look. This is an internal critique, right? I'm asking about your definition of God.
Didn't you make the claim? There is no God.
Yeah, and I'm trying to prove it to
Okay,
you
so
by
prove
your
it.
own logic, right?
Give
So,
me
do you
evidence.
think?
Give me
Look,
evidence.
do you think God is loving?
What define love? What do you mean by loving?
Compassion, sir. Humanity, compassion.
Yes, up to a certain sense, yes.
Okay.
But you know
Do you think
holiness more than anything.
Do you think a compassionate being would want you to go to heaven or go to hell?
No. By his standards, no.
So it would not be love to say, "Hey, I desire you to be happy." That's not loving.
No. I don't.
Okay, so then what is loving to you?
God. God is love, and what he desires, according to his nature, is love.
Okay, so if God desires to grape somebody, is that love?
He's holy. Okay, that's his nature. We are unholy.
What is holy? Look, this is the problem. What do you mean by holy, right? What do you mean by holy? Does that mean he can grape somebody and that's holy because he desires it?
To be as he is, that's what it is, to be holy. Holiness is a reflection of his character. Holiness is a reflection of his character, his goodness.
I know, but what's good? Under your definition, what is good? Just whatever God does?
Whatever, by God's very nature, defines what is good. Who God is.
Okay, great. So if God came down and started graping people, that would be good to you.
He wouldn't do that. It's contrary to his nature.
How do you know his nature?
He reveals it through his word, scripture. He's not
right, but look, you have to appeal to some skeptical theism here because you can't know if God is
why can't we know?
Exactly.
We can't know?
Look, how do you know that God would never grape?
Because he's revealed in his character. He is. He always is. He always lived the same way. He's the same yesterday, today, and forever.
Okay, well we can take a look at Exodus 21:7 where God allows grape.
You're talking about prescriptive or descriptive narratives?
Exodus 21:7 where God says you can sell your daughter as a sex slave.
Come on, I think you know you're taking it out of context. Bring it up.
Oh, what's the context of
bring it up? No, you made
what's
the
claim.
Context? You made the claim. Read it. You made the claim. You trying to shift the goalpost by trying to put the burden of proof on me.
Exodus 21:7, amen. If a father should sell his daughter as a slave, and she shall
Okay,
not go as
okay.
out as the male slaves do.
You read one verse at a time. The chapters and verses are not there. You got to read a whole thing in context.
Okay, what's the context?
No, you made the claim. You said
No,
look, great, so I said
look,
read the
look,
context.
look. The point is that the verse is
point
clear
is
that
you-
it says a father can sell his daughter as a sex slave.
Okay.
That's literally what the verse says.
Okay, if
Do
I
you think
said
that's ever good?
if I said this man killed this person, does that mean he murdered him or he killed him justifiably? You can't just say something without context.
Okay,
Give
so
it
then
context. And then you
in
don't
what
wanna do
context is it
this is the
okay?
thing. Hold
In
on.
what context is it okay to grape your child?
And let me just say, this is the thing. You don't want to do the heavy lifting and read the context. You made the
Sir,
claim.
you're the one who came up here and said that you have some objective authority. It's God. He's
No,
good.
you asked me a question.
And
You
now
asked
you're
me a question.
stuttering. Now you're stumbling to find out what God
No.
is. It's the
You asked me
context.
a question. I gave you mine. You asked me a question. I gave you my reason. You
Okay.
made a
All
claim.
right. Here,
that there's
let me read the
heaven.
verse to you. Okay, ready? Let's read the verse. When a man sells his daughter as a slave, she shall not go free as male slaves do. But if she displeases her master, who had designated her for himself, he shall let her be redeemed. He has no right to sell her to a foreign people, since he has broken faith with her. What context is that okay, sir? Please justify that, O Holy One. Please unmute yourself now, so you can please justify this disgusting verse.
You made the claim. It says rape. Tell me where it's showing rape. For the purposes of rape.
It says you can sell your daughter as a slave. In the biblical commentary says maid servant, which means concubine, which is a sex servant.
No, what's the Hebrew word for maid servant there? Mahad? What's the Hebrew word for that? Maid servant.
I can take a look at the Hebrew word, but in many biblical commentary, for example, the Cambridge. Hold on. The Cambridge biblical commentary suggests that the word means maidservant or concubine in Hebrew. That's what this verse is talking about.
Based on context.
What context makes it okay to have a concubine?
No, you said a rape victim. That's what you said.
Yeah.
You said
she
that.
has to please her. She has to obey her. She has to obey the master.
No,
she's a slave.
No, God. You know what God does to rapists? He calls for the death penalty for rapists. So
no, he doesn't. No, he doesn't. Not for women. Not for women.
You said right there in that context it says rape. You haven't pointed that out. You haven't justified it. You just made a claim with no.
Okay. The verse. Look. You don't understand the verse. Look, the verse means that you can sell your daughter as a slave for a master who wants to marry her, and she must obey his every command. That means that he can demand sex from her. It means that he can demand sex from her.
You're imposing that on the text.
Sir, please let me speak. The master can demand sex from her at any time he wants to. That's what a master means.
If you're not going to have intellectual
That's what a
integrity,
maidservant means. What justifies this, sir? What justifies this?
Okay. One, if you're not going to have intellectual integrity and say there is no rape in there, you're assuming and imposing something on the text. Second, if you guys out there, look at Mike versus Exploring Reality. Let's see how funny it is. Watch Mike against Exploring Reality on YouTube.
Oh, you're bringing up a 4-year-old debate. And what was the argument that defeated me?
The fact that you filibustered.
What was the argument that destroyed Sir, what was the argument that destroyed atheism?
All it is people can find out for themselves. Just watch it out. Trust me.
Oh, so you don't know the argument. So you don't know the argument.
I know. I heard it. The fact that you said thoughts are physical, mathematics is physical. Come on, bro. Be real. The best.
What's wrong with that? What's wrong with that, sir? Thoughts are physical.
Because the best philosopher you know is yourself.
Sir, what proof do you have that thoughts are not physical? I love how we deflected this entire time. Oh, you're Googling? You there, sir? Hello? Hello? We can't hear you, sir. Have you gone? Ooh, he left. Okay. The Holy One was trying to defend child rape. Hi,
Hello.
what do you got?
Why do you think God is imaginary?
There's no evidence.
Yes, there is.
Where?
Bible. The tomb.
Well, how is a book and a rock evidence of a god?
There is DNA.
Where? Where's the DNA of God?
There is no DNA of God. It is His blood.
Okay, how old are you?
18.
So you can vote. Oh my gosh. Okay. Oh, so you think there's blood of Jesus? Is there also urine of Jesus? Is there feces of Jesus too?
Probably. Suck on my.
Probably. What? Okay. Yeah, you're not able to debate this. Like that's just silly.
Morning from South Africa. How you doing, brother? You know what I mean? It's just a term of affection, you know, like friend. Sorry, man. It's local lingo. You doing all right?
Yeah.
Great stuff. Yeah. Actually, I'm not here to debate. I'm here to bolster your argument. I won't use the other word. I'll just call it grape. You know, in case people report you. But I think in Samuel it says to the tribe, you know, go and kill every man and woman that has not been with a man, and the rest you can take for your wives. Obviously, by probability, that includes children.
Yeah.
So there you go. You know, so that
Yeah, the Bible is disgusting. Anybody who looks at the Bible, like Samuel and Exodus and Leviticus, right? Like you just laugh how disgusting it is. But Christians do a great job in excusing all these things, making excuses for how shitty the Bible is.
I do not want you. I do not mind. I do not
Hello?
that you.
That was the best argument we got today.
Hello?
Hi, how can I help you?
I'm sorry, sir. A minute ago, I said that, and you spoke back, and it turned out you weren't even talking to me. But now you're talking to me, correct? Right on.
What's your argument, sir?
I'm just saying that there are proofs of God all around us. If you look at natural beauty, the wonders, and some of that stuff, it couldn't have been made like in even over time. It could have been made quickly. They're starting to discover that the Grand Canyon was actually made real fast, not over hundreds of thousands of years.
Really?
You know?
Would you look at that?
Yes.
Where's your source for that?
I knew you were gonna ask that, but I'm
Always, I
like
always ask that
homeschooled.
dumb question, right? It's just a terrible question. Where's your source, right? Terrible.
No, because I I don't read much because I can't see. I'm disabled, but I'm just saying. To me, there are proofs of God everywhere, and there are miracles happening every day.
Okay.
And if you
Thank you,
just
sir.
open
Have a
your
good
eyes,
day. Enjoy. All right. Let's get someone else up here. Let's see who wants to come up.
Hello.
Hey, how can I help you?
Hey, I wanted to, well, I don't want to go back on what other people were talking about in their previous debates, but it was a little. Do you just mind quickly explaining your point about cows, about how you were saying that they had the same intellectual capacity as human beings?
I never said they have the same intellectual capacity as us. I said that they have intellectual capacity. They have consciousness, just as we have consciousness. They do too. It's not equivalent in every way, but they still have consciousness, just as we do.
So what is the difference? Like, what difference have you or would you say, or would you conclude between cows and humans in terms of their intellectualism?
Sir, of course we have more intellect. This is not even a relevant thing, right? We're not even talking about this.
Well, if they
What's your
have,
point?
well, if we have,
What's your argument today? What's your argument?
so you're saying that harm against animals is wrong, right?
Yeah. How could you be against that?
Well, but then you said that, well, is killing a human wrong? But obviously humans are different than cows because we're not on the same intellectual plane as them. So I don't
Yeah,
understand what
but
your argument is.
look, the point is that where we are morally the same is what matters. Morally, I don't want to harm a person no matter how smart they are. If they're disabled, I'm not going to harm them. Just like a cow. No matter how smart a cow is, I'm not going to harm it if I don't have to. My morality is consistent across the board between all sentient beings. It's consistency, right? Yours is not consistent. Because I guarantee you, you have no justification for harming animals.
Yeah, sure I do. I have a justification.
What is it?
It makes me happy. Eating meat makes me happy. That's my
Okay.
justification. Why is
Okay.
that wrong?
If it made you happy to eat a human person, would you eat a human?
If it made me happy, yeah. Why would that be wrong? Hold on. You
Are you
said
Jeffrey
consistency. Is
Dahmer's
consistency
cousin?
not a good thing?
Are you Sykes Dahmer?
Wait, hold on. You just asked me if it makes me happy, is it a good thing? And now you're judging me based on your moral standard. Why is your moral standard superior to my moral standard?
No, sir, I'm sorry. If you think that eating people and murdering people is okay, I'm sorry. I just don't agree with that, right? Now there's no debating anymore. Now you're just Jeffrey Dahmer's son.
This is a thought terminating cliche. Like, you're.
No, so look, you thought you had a gotcha there, but you didn't. Now you embarrassed yourself. The point is that there is no good reason to harm an animal. And I guarantee you think it's not okay to eat a person, right? But you think it's okay to kill a cow. And what the difference is, there is no difference. Because no matter how smart a person is, I would still not harm it, just like a cow. No, the intelligence could be the same. But you still wouldn't kill the person. That's why yours morality is inconsistent. Mine is.
International on the moon in 1960.
How many people request to join?
What's up?
Hi, how can I help you? Hello?
What am I on?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I was just gonna go off kind of what the last guy said, but more on the God is imaginary side.
All right, boys. I'm gonna take off.
So if you're saying that it's like I wouldn't eat a certain person, where are you getting that that's a bad thing from? If there's no God, then where's your moral standard from?
My mind? I don't need God to know it's wrong to eat
So
someone.
then, by your own standard, by your own standard, then there's no right or wrong. It's just what we want to choose.
No, there is a
So
right
you
and
can't
wrong.
judge me if I say I want to eat a person.
Look, what's wrong is what harms somebody else. To me, what's good is what makes somebody's life better, right? That to me is generally what is
Yeah,
good
but
and bad.
that's
I
to
don't need
you.
God for that.
That's to you that I'm saying, though. You can't tell me I'm wrong if I wanted to eat someone, then.
Yes, I can.
I think
You're
it's
wrong.
100%
You're
wrong to do
wrong.
that.
You're wrong. I can tell you that, right? I can tell you wrong. But the problem is not my ethics, it's your ethics. Is your ethics consistent, right? That's the question. What justifies to you harming animals?
The veganism part, that doesn't that doesn't bother me if you want to be vegan.
Oh,
But
okay. Well, whatever. What to you justifies your ethics? Hello? Yeah, they typically theists typically go down the road of divine command theory, where they say, well, whatever God commands is good, and this leads to all kinds of crazy routes. Skeptical theism, right? It's a very, very bad pathway. Can I help you?
Hello.
Hi.
So, why would I want to go vegan?
Do you want to harm innocent animals?
I mean, no, but
Then
they
go
do
vegan.
taste good.
Then go vegan. That's it. That's that
No,
simple.
no. I love my meat.
Okay, you love meat. Well, why do you not eat people? We're made of meat too.
I mean, I eat people.
Come on, sir. Be serious. Why do
No,
you not? Why do you think it's wrong to eat people?
well, I mean, look at my profile picture. I do eat people.
Okay. Have a good day. Another Dahmer brother. The whole family's here. It's a Dahmer reunion. All right. Let's get the next victim. Like the live, subscribe. All my debates on YouTube. I have lots of videos, so much content on my YouTube that you guys don't see on TikTok. Go check it out for more.
What's up, bro?
Hi, how can I help you?
So, I want to know why you're vegan.
How old are you?
I'm 19.
Okay. Yeah, I'm vegan because I don't want to harm or make any animal suffer that doesn't have to.
Okay, but what about all the pesticides that kill the animals?
What percent of pesticides are used for human consumption? Do you know?
Are used for human consumption? No, I do not know.
About 20%. Most pesticides are used for animal eaters, right? So if you think it's wrong to use pesticides, then you should go vegan for sure. Vegans use way less crops. We kill way less land. We use way less pesticides.
Okay, but do you agree that like every single person should have to be vegan?
No, we should be vegan, I think.
Well, I'm an athlete, so as like an athlete, I feel like you do need a lot of that, just that meat. That meat really helps grows your muscles.
No,
So
you can still be a vegan athlete, be perfectly strong and healthy.
I don't know about that one. I don't know if you could do that.
You do. There's no need for meat in your diet. You can be a vegan bodybuilder. There's plant-based proteins everywhere, shakes and tofus and beans.
What about all the creatine though?
Well,
that you get from all that steak.
There are
and all that
vegan.
meat.
There are some vegan sources of creatine, but your body makes enough creatine on your own. It doesn't. You don't need more of it.
Yeah, but that creatine will increase your strength, your endurance, and
There
all
are
of that
vegan
with your
sources.
lifting.
There are some vegan sources of creatine.
Well, I take creatine pills, so I know you could do that, but I mean, that's kind of a shitty way, in my opinion, to get in your creatine. I feel like that doesn't make sense. Why not just eat meat?
Because you're causing suffering to an animal that didn't have to suffer, right?
Okay, but this has been something that's been happening for, I mean, ever since humankind was a thing.
So as slavery. So as slavery. Should we continue slaving people because we did it in the past for so long?
Okay, but that's different. Those are actual human
I
beings.
know it's
They have
different. Look,
way
I know it's
different
different. I know
value
it's different. But your
of
justification is
life.
the same.
No, but I'm saying the value of farm life is not as high as the value of human life.
I agree, but that's not the point of contention. The
So I
point
would say
is,
that makes it okay
hold
for
on,
us
just listen,
to
just
farm for
listen,
food.
just listen, just listen. My point was that your justification for harming animals is the same as the slave owners used, right? Oh, we did it for so long, let's continue doing it. That's a bad justification.
I'm not saying it's the best thing to do. I'm just saying that's a prime source of our food. So it makes sense for
But it
us
doesn't have to be. But it doesn't
to
have to
do
be.
it. Okay, well, how would you solve, like, if we stopped producing all sorts of meat or food-based products, how would we be able to farm that much to be able to feed the entire country?
We already do. In fact, a study called Producers and Consumers and Foods Environmental Impact Through Producers and Consumers, done by Oxford, peer reviewed, shows that if everybody were to go vegan, we would actually save land and be able to feed everybody on the planet, calorie wise. Vegans save land. You're causing way more land destruction.
Okay, but okay, this is a different question, but like, how would you think that, like, if you were to bring that up, let's say you bring that up some way to the government and you try to, why are you nodding your head?
Because that's ridiculous. We're not doing that. What we're doing is
Well,
saying, hey,
that's what you would
you can
have to do to get
change.
that done. You'd have
No,
to
no,
go to the
no,
government.
no. We can just change individually. It's not gonna happen tomorrow. Yes, and we love for that to happen, but it's not gonna happen tomorrow.
There's no way that happens though, because there's no way people give up
That's
meat.
not what we're
I
advocating
know.
for. Like that's a straw man. I'm not advocating for that. I'm advocating for us, you and me, to make better decisions.
Okay, but what I'm saying is there's gonna be multiple people who are not with that and are not gonna do that. So
Okay,
how else do you think
okay. That doesn't mean we
we'll
should
make
just continue
everyone
doing
vegan?
it. Look.
Just
First of
by
all, sir, please. There's an echo on your channel on your mic. Please stop that. Like that. I don't like that echo. Look, no vegan says that tomorrow we have to stop all suffering. That we all should go vegan tomorrow. That's not what we're advocating for. What we're advocating for is individual changes. Hey, let's all do this. Let's change individually. Let's make better decisions. And that's all we're advocating for. We're not saying that everybody has to do it tomorrow. So please give an argument, give a justification for harming animals, or go away. Okay, good. Thank you. Bye bye.
Hello?
Hi.
Yeah, I believe in God. I'm a vegan, and humans don't come from apes.
Well, we are apes.
So, can a human and an ape have a baby?
Yes.
No, they can't.
Yeah, but did you know that humans are apes?
So, if I have sex with an ape, we can have a baby.
Sir, you are an ape. Yes, you can have a baby with an ape. You are ape. You are an ape.
Oh, I'm not an ape.
You're a Homo sapien. That is a type of great ape.
But if I go have sex with a real ape, those that are all hairy, we
You are
can
a
make a
real ape.
baby.
You are a hairy ape. You are a real ape.
No, bro. Like,
Look it up
you take.
taxonomically. We are apes. We are human apes or great apes. Look it up.
So why am I called a human and the apes that are in the forest are called apes?
Because there are different types of apes. We're just one type of ape.
So my type of ape could make a baby with the ape in the forest.
No, unless it's a Homo sapien, no.
Well then we don't come from apes. Humans don't come from apes.
Wow, sir, do you recognize that humans are apes? We are great apes.
No.
Okay, then go learn. Go look it up. We are apes, okay? before you can come up to my lives, you got to learn something. Okay, go educate yourself and change your smoke alarm. Oh man, these people can vote. This is why I do this, guys. These people can vote. That guy decides my future, right? They decide my future.
Hello,
How old are you?
I'm 32 or 33. Sometimes I don't remember my age.
Okay, and what do you got for us
I'm a
today?
Christian.
Okay,
So, why do you believe God is imaginary?
there's no evidence.
So, I feel that like basically the Bible says there is evidence and it's all around us, like in nature around us, in the mountains, everywhere we see the evidence of God. But it's about your perspective.
No, it's about the evidence. And just because you look
Yeah.
around and go, wow, look at the trees, look at the bees, look at the seas, it doesn't mean God did it, right? We could have a natural explanation for the trees, for nature. We don't need God to wave his magic wand and go, poof, let there be light. We don't need that, right? All we
But
need is natural.
what if that did happen and you're believing wrong?
Prove it. Give me evidence. I'd love to see that.
I can't prove it. God's already proven it. You just have to see.
Where? Where
Like
did he
you
prove
have,
it? Where did he prove
because
it?
look how Jesus unblinded the blind, and those who don't believe in Jesus are blinded, and God needs to unblind people. He unblinded me. I was an unbeliever. I was a spiritualist. And those people who don't believe in Jesus, we used to be people just like you. But the difference is that Jesus opened our eyes. And that's kind of what Jesus is telling us. He's speaking spiritual words to us in the
Okay. So
Bible.
how did you talk to Jesus? What did he say?
Jesus was showing himself in my life when my life was a wreck, and that was by me living my own life my own way.
Okay. How did
And
he show you?
believing.
How did he show you? How did he show you to you?
Different circumstances. I was homeless. Now I have a house. I suffered OCD, germophobia. He healed me from that. I can pray for arthritis to go. I can pray for the weather to change. He answers my prayers. So
You
he's a
can
real
pray for
living
the
God.
weather to change.
Yeah, I've prayed for all of these things.
Oh, okay.
And
So
so
go ahead. So right now it's sunny outside.
no,
Can
it's
you make us
nighttime,
something?
so I'm not going to go by that route. So basically, so what I'm saying is, so he helped me from my trauma. So he healed me from my trauma, and this was an amazing feat. So only God can do these things. We're useless. Like we can't do anything. We need God in our lives.
Man, make it hurricane, make it thunder.
I mean, first of all, only God can do that. And it also says, like, if you have the faith of a mustard seed, if you have the faith of a mustard seed, you can ask for a mountain to be thrown into the ocean.
Okay, so
But
what prayer can you do right now to demonstrate that God's with us?
what prayer? Like if there's any pains or something, like you need some prayer for like your
Yeah,
family or something,
I
then
have a pain
sure,
in
like
my neck.
we can all pray for
I have a pain
these
in
people.
my neck and back. Can you get rid of that pain?
Okay, are you being serious or are you joking around?
No, I'm serious. It's neck pain.
Okay, well, I just prayed for it. I don't know if it's gonna, I mean, if it has helped you personally. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't.
Yep, still there.
Still there?
Maybe it didn't work this time. How do you know it works though? But how do you tell it? How do you know that God's making it work versus coincidence?
Because basically, I've even asked God to heal my cavities. I had a toothache, and I was like, "Oh my goodness!" Like, you know, when you feel the nerve pain in your tooth, and I was like, "I just don't want to go to the dentist because of the COVID stuff." And I just asked God to heal the cavity. Couldn't feel the pain anymore, and now I don't even like. I actually forgot right now until I just mentioned it that I actually still need to go to the dentist because of it, because it just went. So, like, yeah, I always ask Jesus for help, like with loads of things, just because I
Man,
suffered so much. And
your nerves can die. That's why you don't feel pain. Your nerves
no,
die.
but you know when you got like tooth decay, because I used to abuse myself a lot. So basically, like my teeth were rotting off, right? And I just felt real pain. I was like, oh my goodness, like this is really painful. And I just forgot to brush my teeth a lot because this Reiki ruined my life.
Okay, ma'am. I'm sorry. She definitely. Wow. Okay. Well. Ooh. Hi. How are you?
Hey man, doing all right. How about yourself?
Great.
I've been watching your live, and let me ask you something. Seems like you kind of enjoy mocking people's beliefs, people's perspectives, no matter the point of view they provide you with. Seems like it's wrong to you. Why is that? No one's
Yeah,
cutting.
I just don't care about beliefs, right? I care about reasons and data and facts and evidence. I don't care about
Where
your
do you get your evidence? Where do you get your
reality.
proofs?
Reality.
What is reality to you? Do you believe on looking it up
Observations,
from Google
experiments,
and get your
science,
answers?
physics, mathematics, all the above gets us answers, not magic books.
So you believe in what the man has written?
No, you do. You believe in a book that some guy wrote down
I do
1,000
not.
years ago, right? The evidence in science is based on reality, things we can test and experiment with.
So let me ask you this: if you go to the pharmacy and if you ask for, let's just say, medicine for your pain, do you do your research and see, okay, so this is gonna work because I've done my research?
Well, now you're talking
Because we
about
cannot
something different.
always,
You're talking
we
about.
cannot always go in life,
I understand, sir.
trying to have a.
I don't need to go outside. I don't need to read a study to know that the sun exists, right? I don't need to look at a study for that. There are
Correct.
some things
Therefore,
we just trust. Hold on. There are some things we trust. We trust doctors to a degree. But the point is, if you were skeptical enough, you can go look at the research behind those pharmaceutic drugs. You could look at the data behind it. That's the point. Whereas you're not looking at the data at all when it comes to your God. You're just saying, yep, I have faith, therefore God. That's not good reasoning to me.
But all the data that we have is the Bible and it has been written.
That's not my problem. That's your problem. You have a book of fairy tales, sir.
No, it's not it's not just my problem. It's something that was implemented years ago, just as the same way as medicine and the same way as we have
Sir,
all the things here now.
sir, do you believe in talking donkey?
Are you trying to twist my words?
Do you believe that donkeys can talk?
They can express certain ways, but they cannot communicate the same way as humans communicate.
Okay, so then why did your Bible say that donkeys talked in Numbers 22? Why does your Bible say that?
Well, he never said that donkeys talk. They can communicate. They can communicate
Yes,
their
it did.
pain in
In
certain
Numbers
ways.
22, it describes a story of a donkey talking in a human language to a person.
Well, there's
What
going to be
kind
a
of
lot of things that we
how
will
could you consider that
misunderstand.
book reliable? How do you consider that a reliable book of data?
Okay, I'm going to tell you this. The Bible, not everyone can understand it. Sometimes we're going to read it and we're going to interpret it in certain ways that we're not going
I
to be
don't
able to
care about your
understand it.
interpretation. Look, how do you know the Bible's true? That's the point of contention here. I'm sorry, I know you interpret it the way you want to because you're Christian, but how do you know the Bible's true?
Well, it's been passed through histories, and it has been the only book that has been able to survive from several years. There's been other books that has been written by humans, and we don't even know the existence of them anymore.
Sure
We
we
just
do. The
recreate.
Vesta, we still have the Vesta, the Bhagavad Gita, the Quran, we have all kinds of historical books.
Yes,
Just
but do
because
you
we have
know
a
that
book
they've
doesn't
been
make it
alternated?
true.
They have been alternated by humans.
So has the
And the
Bible.
Bible,
So has the
the
Bible.
Bi- well, we have the Old Testament and the New Testament. A lot of people go by the Old Testament.
Okay, and just because you have a crumply old book of garbage doesn't make it true.
But what makes you believe it's full of garbage? Like you've never asked
Talking
yourself or tried to
snakes, talking
consider.
donkeys, walking on water, resurrecting, virgin births. None of that makes sense to me.
God is almighty, and we at some point we
Oh,
have
he's almighty.
we have a
Oh, he's
creator
almighty.
for
Is he a strong
everything.
man?
There's always a cause and effect. No, this world, allow me to tell you this. This world is the test for our will. We choose whether to
Prove
do
it,
good
prove
or
it, prove
evil.
it, prove it.
Allow me to finish. There's this world that we have right now. It's a test for humanity,
Prove
and
it,
we have
prove
our
it,
own
prove it,
will,
prove it, prove it, prove
which
it.
means
Prove
we
it.
have.
Give evidence, give evidence, give evidence.
Sir, again, I will mention this one more time.
No, don't
We
repeat
can
yourself. Please give evidence this time. You're just circling around. Give evidence.
the evidence is that there's multiple, actually a lot of people that believe in God. Wouldn't that be
I
enough
know that,
evidence for you?
sir. What's
There's
your evidence of God now?
the Bible is full evidence, it's pure evidence, just like medicine. You cannot just go
All right,
around in
sir.
the
Have a
world
good
saying,
day. Look, guys, I'm sorry, but you can't come up here and just say, "Oh, the evidence is the Bible." And then when they ask you how you know that, you're like, "It's in the Bible," right? That's circular. How do we know the Bible's true? The Bible's the claim, not the evidence. It's the claim, right? It's the story. All right, let's get the next victim.
Hello.
How are you?
Doing good. There's actually research of God.
How old are you?
I'm 19.
Okay, where's the research of God?
Uh, it seems like whenever someone gets to a point, you always kick them out and you keep mocking them because you know that you're wrong and they're right.
Prove it.
You prove it.
Prove what? You made the claim,
Prove
not
that
me.
God's not real.
Okay. Are you Christian?
Maybe.
Sir, come on, are you Christian or not?
Yes.
Okay. Does God get everything he desires?
I don't know. But you're avoiding the question.
I'm not. I'm trying to show you the logical problem with God.
Then tell me.
Does God desire us to go to heaven?
Yes.
Does God get everything he desires?
No.
No?
Maybe. You're avoiding the question. Seems like whenever someone gets to a point,
How ironic.
you're just going to kick me off because you do not want to hear it and you're wrong.
Sir, I know it's cute to come up here and say, Mike, you're wrong. You kick me all the time. But that doesn't prove God exists, right? You're not doing anything to help your
And it
case.
doesn't you are not making any point that he does not exist.
Why is there evil in the world if God is good?
Because we are supposed to learn from our mistakes.
Why do we have to have lessons? Why do we need a lesson in the first place?
You are not getting it.
Yeah, you're not telling me anything. You're just going, you're not
telling me anything either. You're asking me questions.
Because they're trying to point out logical inconsistencies in your view, right? That's the point of me asking.
Where is the research that he is not real?
There's no data, there's no study that says God's not real. It doesn't exist. But we
God's
have to
not
use logic. We
real.
have to use
Blah blah
reasoning. We
blah.
have to use
Whenever I
logic.
get to a point, you're just gonna kick me because you know I am right, and you're just avoiding the fucking question.
I'm trying to point out problems in your God, and you're just going, no.
And you're
Why do we need
people
lessons?
and all kicking him and
Why
everything
is there evil? Why
because
is
you
there
do not
evil?
want to hear it, and you know you're wrong.
Why is there evil in the world if God is good?
I already answered that question. Answer my question. How is he not real? How is there research? Is there research that he's not real?
Because it seems to me that God, if he's all good, would never generate a world where there is evil.
Where's the research?
It's called a logical deduction, right? God is all good, hence could never actualize evil. It's not his nature. It's antithetic to his nature.
You are so funny. Yeah. Where's the research? Yeah, exactly.
No, guys, look, this is Dunning-Kruger, right? I'm 19. I know everything. Where's your research? Where's your research? that doesn't do anything, right? You're not understanding the philosophical epistemology of what it means to know something, right? How do you know that God exists? Well, he's all good. He's this. Okay, well, let's point out problems in that logic. That's how we disprove God. There is no paper, there's no science that says God's not real. There's no experiment for God. We have to use our reasoning and logic. That's how we debunk God. Ooh. Hello. Smartest Christian.
What up?
How are you?
How are you, dude?
What do you got? What do you got for us today?
I mean, where's the theory? You know, you can't really disapprove God at all. You have nothing on it because you can't prove.
Okay. Are you Christian?
Of course I am.
Okay. Does God get everything he desires?
He does.
Does God desire us to go to heaven?
He does.
Does everybody get to heaven?
Repeat that. Repeat it one more time. I'm sorry.
Does everybody go to heaven?
I can't hear you. No. We have a choice. Free
Okay,
will.
then there's a paradox, right? If
No,
God
it's not.
desires
No, there is no
everybody,
paradox. You have a decision. Case closed. You make a decision.
that's
You either
irrelevant.
you follow God. You make a decision. Follow God. You follow God. You make a decision. Follow. That better?
Yeah.
That better?
Yeah. All right, just come back, bro. Just come back. This is ridiculous.
Hello.
How are you?
I'm good. How are you? What's your name? Is it Mike? Hey, Mike. How you doing?
Good.
So, God is imaginary, which may very well be the case, but again, it's not based on proof. The whole thing about religion is based on faith. So there wouldn't be any
Oh, I
proof.
didn't know that.
Yeah, it's faith. That's why it's called faith based. It's
Okay.
not proof based.
Okay. So you think having faith in God is justification for believing in God?
Yes, I think that many things in the Bible lead us to live a better life. Uh,
Okay.
for example, thou should not murder. Thou should not
No.
steal.
Well, your God allows murder in the Bible.
No, it doesn't. It allows killing. There's a difference between murder and killing.
Well, do you think gay people did anything wrong or bad?
Where in the Bible does it say he murdered gay people?
Leviticus 20:13.
And what does that say?
A man, if you see a man sleep with another man as do with a woman, they should be put to death. Their blood is upon them.
And when did that ever happen in the Bible? Is there any case of that ever be taking place?
It's God's
in the Bible
command to murder.
It never took place.
It's God's command.
Well, no, it's not. It's not murder because
Yes, it
if
is.
God said
In the Old
no,
Testament,
it's not.
in the Old Testament, God says, if a man lies with another man, they shall be put to death.
And that means they're not an innocent person.
Great. So do you think we should kill gay people?
No, I do not. But I'm not God.
Then why did your God allow it?
Because in his infinite wisdom, that's what he decided that it would be best for civilization.
Okay. So you agree that it's wrong to murder gay people, but your God does it. Why? Why does your God allow murdering people? Gay people did nothing wrong.
It's not murder. I just told you it's not murder.
But what did they do wrong?
God does not consider it. They sinned. God does not consider. Go ahead, Mike.
What did gay people do wrong?
He did exactly what he told him not to do, which was what? Lay down with another man.
Sir, you can't choose to be gay. That's just how you are.
Well, yes, you can. That's why that's another thing God gave us, which was free will
Sir,
to decide what you would do.
You can't choose to be gay. Just
Okay,
like
let me give you that. Mike, let me give you that. You may not be able to choose to be gay, but you can choose to act on being gay. You can choose to not have sex with a man if you're a man.
What's wrong with having sex with a man?
I just told you, God considers that a sin.
Why?
You got to ask God that, not me.
But don't you see the problem here, right? You don't have a good reason for this terrible act. I consider this murder. They didn't do nothing wrong. There's nothing wrong about being gay or having gay sex.
You're not God.
Well, I'm sorry. I'm better than your God because I don't think you should kill people for no good reason. It seems like your God doesn't understand gay people because there's nothing wrong with them. They didn't choose to be gay, and having gay sex is perfectly fine.
In your world, it is, but not in God's world.
So then it's your job to demonstrate that there's something wrong with it.
No, I don't have to demonstrate anything.
Okay.
If I
You got kicked out for the guidelines, guys. Look, it's clear and obvious that being gay is not wrong. It's not harming anybody. If you're going to say that it's wrong, why? If you're going to say, well, God said it, okay, well, what if God said we can grape? Should that be okay too? Look, this is divine command theory. You're saying whatever God says we shall do. Okay, well, if that's the case, then if God comes down and says to grape, to murder, then we should do it. This leads you down a terrible path. Now anything's justified because whatever God does is okay. So you have no way of knowing what's good or bad under your view. And it leads to silliness. It's not causing a stunt to humanity. Only about 9 or 10% of people are gay. And by the way, they can still have babies. You can still have a baby if you're gay. They're not infertile. They're still perfectly able to reproduce.
Hey.
Hi, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Good.
So before I go off or anything, I'm not gonna go off, but are you pro-life? I'm pretty sure I came across that before.
I don't know what pro-life means.
You're against abortions.
I'm not against abortions.
Okay.
I'm for women's rights, women's
Okay.
bodily rights.
Okay, cool. Then I'm mistaken. No worries.
Okay, what's your point today? What's your argument?
Then I have nothing because I just was like, if you're pro-life, not pro-choice, I want to talk about how veganism aligns with pro-choice, not pro-life. But if you're pro-choice, it's all good.
Okay, are you vegan?
Yeah, I'm vegan. Yeah, I'm vegan and pro-choice. So yeah.
Cool, great, good for you.
Take care.
One more victim. Bro gets no play. Like I care. Call me out.
Hello.
Hi, how are you?
Good. How are you, man? So I'm going to be respectful and stuff. I just got a are you atheist or or agnostic?
Both.
Both. Okay. So you don't believe nothing came from nothing, or do you believe nothing came from nothing?
I don't know what nothing is.
Okay. I mean, so what happened if we go we go back to what happened before the Big Bang Theory, or what happened before that, like everything was black. Like how did one thing, everything start?
No, you're presupposing that there's a point where you can go back to. There doesn't necessarily. There is no point where you stop and everything's black. That's nonsense. It could be that the universe is infinite and it never ends.
Okay, but what I'm saying is, so you don't think that something created all of this? You think it was just here by the universe being infinite and it's just been here forever? Like, how can you even define?
Well, yeah. I mean, we don't know any other options. All we know it's either it's always there or there's some kind of beginning. But I mean, all we know is what we can observe. There doesn't seem to be evidence of a beginning.
Okay, yeah, no, that was really like my only question, man. But have a blessed night. That's all I got. So
Okay, have a scientific night. Hi, how are you? He's still doing it, guys. He's muted, but he's still doing it. He's gonna get sick, dizzy. Just wait. He'll drop any second when his phone dies. He's still blowing, guys. He's still blowing. And there you go. Next.
Nigga.
Smartest Christian. Okay.
Hey, my guy. I just wanted to ask. I've seen your My For You page. So aren't you? Oh my bad. How you doing?
Good.
Okay. I just wanted to ask. Aren't you religious at all? Were you at any point religious in your life?
Yeah, I was.
And why not anymore, if I might ask?
Because I got educated.
In science or?
All the above.
But don't you believe in a higher power anywhere?
Like a plane? Yeah, I believe in planes. Higher power.
No. Come on, Mike. You know what I mean.
I don't. What do you mean by higher power? A plane?
Don't
A
you believe in like
rocket?
karma or a higher being watching over us?
I don't know of any man watching me. That's weird.
I mean, it doesn't have to be a man. I mean, do you believe in like horoscopes and stuff and astrology and everything?
No,
I
that's
mean,
bogus. That stuff is nonsense.
astrology is bogus?
Yeah, the constellations change all the time. They're
Exactly, but they
they're
can be
so old.
scientifically proven. A lot of things can be scientifically proven.
That doesn't mean that astrology is correct, right? Just because we can't prove everything with science doesn't mean that you're right.
Yeah, I mean, you have a point, right? But I mean, you see, you come with God is imaginary, but you can't scientifically prove a lot of things, you know?
And congratulations, we knew that. Why does
Yes.
it mean God exists? Why does God exist to you?
For the things that we can see, for the eyeball, we can't acknowledge things.
This is just God of the gaps, right? Oh, I don't know something, therefore God did it. That's silly, right? If we don't know something, we don't just say God did it. We say we don't know. We don't know. Why must you blanket all the gaps in our knowledge as God did it?
I mean, it doesn't have to be God, but you know, it can give you a higher being in life. It can give you some direction in life. And I mean, a lot of people, it can be helpful to, you know.
But so can all kinds of things be helpful, right? Just because it's
Yes, of
helpful to
course.
you doesn't make it true or correct, right? I'm after what's correct.
Yes.
I'm after what is true and true. I don't want to believe in things that just make me feel good, but things that are true. And because of this, I don't believe in God. I withhold belief until there's evidence. I understand there's mystery in the cosmos. I understand there's a lot of things we don't know, but that doesn't grant us the right to say we do know it's God. That's contradictory. I think it's wrong. It's fallacious.
Okay, I mean, thank you. I appreciate you elaborating on that. I actually wanted to come on here. I can't lie to like do some shit and be mad and cuss you out and everything. But you seem chill. I mean, I can accept you. You don't believe. That's okay. I mean, that you're vegan is cool as well. I can't lie.
You're gone. That's cool, man. That's okay. You're gone now. Bye. That's cool. Oh yeah.
Hello, Mike.
Welcome in. How can I help you?
So let's say that this many prophet came down by God, like Moses, Isaac, Jesus, Prophet Muhammad. They are all miracle, right? So everyone believe in that.
They're all American. American heroes.
Millions of people believe on it, right? So God, as you said that people, why God will send some people to heaven and some people to hell, right? So let's talk logic now. When you go to a college to get your degree, and if you don't study well and you don't get your grades, you won't become a doctor or scientist or anything, right? It's the
Right.
same way. If you do good, then you get the reward to go to heaven. Otherwise, you'll be one of them to go to hell.
Okay, what do you get in heaven? What do you get in heaven? What's the reward? Money?
Everything. Like, you don't have to work there. You don't have to be depressed like right now you are.
Do I get do I get 72 virgins?
No, look. Exactly. That's the logic. You see now, as I said, that if you go to college, if you don't study well, you don't get the degree. It's the same
Sir,
way.
what are the rewards in heaven?
Everything. You want a Ferrari? God will give you a Ferrari, my friend. as whatever you dream, man.
For
If
free?
you dream to be a scientist up there,
A
you can
free
be a
Ferrari?
scientist. A free Ferrari, my friend. This is the test. That's why we have to
Wow.
sacrifice. We have to sacrifice in this
Okay,
life.
but what if I don't want those nonsense? What if I don't want a Ferrari? Why do I go to heaven? What's the point?
Look, it's a test that if you pass the test, then you can live there forever. It's a temporary life. No one live more than 100 years, or let's say
What
120 years.
but look, what's the point of going to this place where you're always happy, you're always getting what you want, always blissfully happy? When
That's why we get this life to sacrifice.
when this life would be much
Exactly.
more precious and valuable because there are ups and downs, because there's
It's a,
things to hold on, please, sir. Please listen. To me, this life is more valuable than heaven. Because look at what we have. There are ups and downs. There is a test, according to you. There is this ability to change, and there are challenges. There's excitement. There are Ferraris, and there's also bad things. There's a way of navigating the world that is more fun than just being blissfully happy forever. I mean, imagine eating your favorite meal every day. Yeah, it might be great for a couple weeks, but after like a month, 2 months, imagine eating the same meal every day. It's no longer fun. It's boring, right? So maybe heaven is this boring place after a while. I mean, imagine an eternity, right? Like an eternity is a long fucking time, right? Like I just don't see the value in heaven, no matter how blissfully happy it is. I see way more value in this life, and because of this, I appreciate this life much more, and I'm not depressed. I'm very happy because there's no heaven. I would rather not be in heaven, actually. I'd rather be here. So I think that heaven is this egotistical notion that humans of the past have produced out of their ignorance, out of their desires. You know? Anyway, I think I'm done. Yeah, I mean, we're all of us are looking for the reward, the happiness. That's what we all are typically looking for, but that's different for everybody. To blanket everybody in this one ideal place, I think that's ridiculous. I think a better heaven would be a place like Earth where good always happens, good arises. There's always a lesson to be learned, but we continue cycling this place. We come back. That'd be better to me. I think reincarnation would be a better thing to happen. You come back and you can go through challenges again, and you can do these things. Like a video game, right? Ever play a video game and you have the cheat codes, right? After a while, it gets boring, right? Yeah, I'm the best. I'm invincible. I have all power. After a while, it's boring. You want to go back and go experience the challenges again, right? So, to me, this is my heaven. And I can embrace it without God. I can embrace my friends, my family, breathing, drinking, food, nature, animals. I can embrace and appreciate this world without there being a God at all. And even more so because it's finite, it's rare. If this is the only life we have, I mean, that's incredibly valuable. I mean, we get to experience this one life, this one configuration of being conscious. I mean, that's incredible. That's an incredible world. But if God exists, life becomes devalued because everybody has it. Everybody has life. It's eternal. It's infinite, right? It's not rare anymore. It's just existing. So that's all I can say. You're boring yourself without any belief. Absolutely not. I mean, I look around the universe, I see tons of mystery, right? Black holes, kinks in space and time, relativity, traveling, speed of light stops time. Time stops at the speed of light. The more you travel faster, the slower time elapses for you relative to somebody else, right? Those are incredible features of reality that go beyond anything I can believe in a Bible. The world is much more mysterious and much more rich without God. Because it's nature. I mean, look, think about it. We're the products of nature. We are the chance. We're the legacy of billions of years of cosmic evolution. These particles interacting with each other in certain ways that give rise to consciousness, give rise to thoughts, love, feelings, understanding. That's amazing. You know, and a lot of Christians and theists shun away the notion that we're here by chance. Oh, you think we're here by chance? That's impossible. What if we are? That makes things much more exciting by your own logic, right? Because the same reason you're shunning it away is because you think it's too rare. You think it's too crazy. Well, if it's the truth, then it's crazier than God existing. So I think there's much more richness in reality without God.